The Larry Millete murder trial is now in the hands of the jury. The defense wrapped their closing arguments 90 minutes ago. Prosecutors were allowed a rebuttal, and now deliberations are underway. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Anna Laurel. Larry is accused of killing his wife, Maya Millete, who's been missing since 2021. News 8's Jenny Day joins us live from the South Bay Courthouse with the very latest. Jenny?
Well, Anna, it has been 5 years and 6 months since Maya Millete seemingly vanished. Now, after an 8-week-long trial, we are officially on verdict watch. Prosecutors saying that Larry should not be rewarded for successfully burying a body, while the defense argued there is no evidence a murder has even occurred. Now, their final push during these closing arguments centered on what Larry was going through at the time. It was COVID, his wife was cheating, and he was desperate to save his marriage. They said it would have been more likely for him to snap the day he found Maya and her affair partner in his truck at work, but he did not. The defense saying Larry forgave Maya instead and only wanted their relationship to work. The defense going as far as saying Larry is the one who was abused, lied to, and made to feel crazy. They also took a moment to honor Maya. As for the poisonous plant Larry had looked into and a vial of it was found in the Millete home, the defense said hemlock looks like a flower and one of their kids could have innocently collected it. All day just poking holes and raising doubt. Why back the car into the driveway at 6 a.m.? Defense says maybe a neighbor's car was too close. Prosecutors have always said it is Larry loading Maya into the car and driving out to dump her body in the desert. This was the last piece of evidence presented to the jury today. The state says it sounds like something being dragged. You be the judge. Yeah, on that very day, the day after Maya disappeared, Larry then had his phone off for 12 hours. The defense said maybe Larry just needed some space. They say the spellcast requests, although extreme, never asked for Maya to disappear. They continued to suggest Maya could have left on her own and that her affair partner was not thoroughly investigated. Prosecutors saying during rebuttal, either Larry is the unluckiest man in the world or guilty of murder. They said Maya finally found her voice, wanted a divorce, and the defendant silenced it. Again, the jury now has a lot to consider, everything from premeditated first-degree murder to involuntary manslaughter. Not guilty or a hung jury, of course, are also possibilities. You know it. This case has gripped our community, and we are closer than ever now to a verdict. Live in Chula Vista, Jenny Day, News 8.
Jenny, cameras are not allowed in the courtroom, but you were in there. Could you get a read on how those points by Larry's defense landed with the jury? You know, I think that both sides have made a strong case, and the jurors have just been listening very intently for 8 weeks now. You know, we've seen them crane their necks to see certain exhibits within the evidence that they were being shown. I think that they've taken this very, very seriously. Of course, their civic duty, and you know, nothing stands out. They were just listening very intently. Yeah, they have a lot to decide, and a lot rides on this. Lives hang in the balance, really, tonight. All right, Jenny Day, thank you for that.